Yep, that's the engine that I'm going to be putting into the Isuzu Trooper. So I've got one engine in the engine stand right there, and I've got another engine on the ground because I only have one engine stand. Currently, I am taking parts off of this 92 6VD1 single overhead cam engine, and I'm putting them onto my 92 6VD1-W double overhead cam engine. Of course, this is making a darn good mess in the garage here. I've got parts all over. Now, yesterday I did get a new timing belt put in, crisp new timing belt. Got it timed properly, so should be working just fine. I've had to change the intake manifold also, and put my newer spark plugs in there. When taking it apart, I did find that the old spark plug showed that there's a little bit of oil seepage coming from somewhere. It's burning a little bit of oil. It's not too bad. Specifically, I did not open up this engine. We decided that we were just going to pull it out, pretend that we know that it's running, and just do it. So I'm not wasting any time pulling this apart and rebuilding it. I thought I was going to maybe do that, maybe regasket it or something, but really not even doing that. I'm just leaving it as is. I'll be putting some more accessories on it today. I'll pull the starter off of the old one that's down there on the ground, and I'll put the starter on. And so yesterday I also put the exhaust manifold on that needs to be for the single overhead cam version. I'll take my wire harness off of my old one and put it on here. And everything else is still pretty much in the engine compartment. I still have the AC unit and the power steering pump and alternator somewhere. Shoot, I don't know where the alternator went, but I think the alternator's down here somewhere. And then I'm just going to drop this bad boy back in. The hardest part is going to be taking off the torque converter. So you see the torque converter, there's no exposed bolt. The only way to get at the torque converter bolts is to go underneath the engine with a wrench and get in there, and it's just going to be an open-end wrench because I don't even think I can get a box offset on that. I'll check. I should be able to get a box on that, but you know, if you notice this is a real big pain in the neck because I got to tilt this engine over. And then I can take the torque converter off, put it back into the transmission, and then I can drop the new engine down into the engine compartment, and then I can bring the transmission up close to it and use the torque converter bolts to help draw it all together, and then I'll need to clamp the bell housing bolts together to the engine block. I don't know exactly how it's going to go yet, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's really interesting to not have any really good information on this. I do have the manual, but it doesn't seem to be really very helpful in terms of what you're actually supposed to do. Other than that, the Daytona 675, the part has shipped. Yay! Part shipped yesterday. Of course, it was probably airmailed from England to get here, and then instead of just drop shipping it, they had it sent to Pennsylvania, and so now it's going to cross the country again to get out to here. And wow, that's kind of a long rambling update. And I got a bit of cleanup here to do. My garage is just a mess and it's really hard to work. So I got to clean up first, and then I'm going to continue swapping parts over. I'm trying to take the best parts off of my old engine and put them onto this newer engine. And we're going to hope for the best.